The coldest, wettest springs on record, but what does that mean for our fire season? Can we expect it to be a long, fiery summer?
And KXLY4's Erik Loney live in East Spokane to talk about that fire forecast for summertime. Erik?
Yeah, good morning. We're joined with Guy Gifford from the Department of Natural Resources. And Guy, we've had a wet spring. What does that mean for our fire forecast coming into the summer?
The wet springs mean our field loading is going to be increased, bigger than normal, but they are predicting a little cooler temperatures and possibly a little more precip in the summer. So it's probably going to delay our fire season probably to August. So expecting kind of a normal, maybe slightly below normal potential for large fires.
One thing that we were talking about is what people can do on their own properties, and this is the issue. You've got all these grasses that have grown because of the wet, and now they're reaching into the trees. This is something you want to correct.
Correct, and what we call this is ladder fields, because fire can start in the small grasses, climb small trees, and get into the top of trees, get into what we call the crown of the trees. Then it can start the whole tree on fire, and we call that torching or crown fires, depending how many trees start fire. And as firefighters, we can't put that out. That just puts out too much heat, and we just don't have the technology to put out a fire once you get into the treetops. And a way to mitigate that is to remove the branches or break this ladder of fields. And an easy way is just cutting the branches off so it's 10 feet above the grasses or the fields. They can also cut the grasses to create that 10-foot gap. One of the rules of thumb, though, as people prune their trees is to remember is never prune more than half the tree. So for a 10-foot tall tree, you only prune 5 feet, and that's to help protect the health of the tree.
And quickly, too, you want to separate trees, so a few feet in between branches.
Yeah, if you have a lot of trees close together, you want to create field breaks between the branches so the fire can't go from tree to tree to tree. We recommend a minimum 5 feet gap between trees.
Okay. All right, Guy Gifford, thanks so much for coming out this morning. Fire season looks like it's going to be delayed, but if we get some wind, you can still have those giant fire events. Mike, Nadine?
All right.